Hey, crypto family. So let's talk about what's been going on in the market. So it's great to see this rally is continuing. Bitcoin and all the altcoins have been on crazy rallies the past couple of days. You can see Bitcoin is up over 4% to $6,788. Ethereum is up 10% to $245. And Ripple is up 14% to over 50 cents. And it was actually up to a high of 80 cents, which I'll go over in a couple minutes. But again, all these altcoins are giving amazing returns right now. And I can't stress this enough. This is the time when you want to start, again, taking those profits and not getting greedy, because it's easy to get greedy in this market. When you see, these great returns, you think they'll keep continuing. But again, this is when smart money starts to take a little bit of profit, take a little bit off the top, and, kind of solidify those gains. So it's not financial advice, but, I am saying it is a smart move to take some off the table right now. Now, looking at Bitcoin here, we can see on the 4-hour chart, it broke through this 128-day moving average and this 200-day moving average at about 6,600. And again, it went to a high today of over $6,830. So right now it's trying to fight that. This candle, doesn't look very bullish right now. It's starting to close towards the bottom of the candle stem. But again, we'll have to see what happens on the continuation of this 4-hour candle. But you can see here that, again, right now, the main support levels are around that $6,600 level, which is the 200-day moving average, about 6,630. But you look here, the previous resistance was about this 65.50 level. So you can see multiple times it tried to break that and it failed. So right now, that resistance has become support. So if we can maintain 65.50 to 6,600, I see that as very bullish for Bitcoin and continuing to the upside. But again, you can see the green 9 here on this TD sequential, and you do have a lot of candles after it that do not have number counts addressed to them. So, a downturn candle is very imminent, and I believe, we will see that very soon. But right now, the bulls are pretty strong right now with maintaining this momentum. So again, we'll have to see what happens and if Bitcoin continues to have this bullish momentum. But again, never be afraid to take profits and set your stops to secure those profits. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and if it can hold these levels. But first article here, again, I just want to mention XRP. So I know I've made a couple videos about this, but you can't deny how much it's surged in the past 2 to 3 days. It says this article, XRP surges 80% in 24 hours. Now, I'll go ahead and pull up the XRP USD chart. And you can see here on this 4-hour candle, this huge green candle here went to a high of 80 cents. So that is literally, that is over a 50% increase in one candle alone. So that is insane. You can see there's some selling off here. And if you actually draw a Fibonacci, you can see it's retraced about the 61.8% level. But again, it keeps declining. So there is a lot of profit taking being taken on here. It's up to you if you want to catch this falling knife, depending how far it goes. But again, if you do use Fibonacci, then it is fairly close to its 61.8% level if you measure the move from the bottom to the rise all the way at the top. So again, just keep that in mind when you are measuring these moves and to try to get in at peak support levels so that you can make the most gains. So on this article, basically just mentions that, and it mentions how XRP pretty much, again, it's still a lot of hype around the X Rapid launch set to launch in the next month, where companies will be required to use XRP as a form of financial transactions. So it's not like X Current. And then also they have their Swell conference October 1st and 2nd, where former President Bill Clinton will be speaking. So a lot of big speakers are going to be there. So again, there's a lot of hype around Ripple right now. So again, if you haven't taken profits, and I mentioned it's always good to take some off the table. But again, just set your stops accordingly and use the proper risk management. Another article by CoinDesk says Novogratz says crypto market showing classic bottom. Now, I talked about Mike Novogratz a couple videos ago, and he believes that we did reach the bottom in Bitcoin. Now, I'm not sure if we've reached the bottom or not. Again, I still think it's possible that we have one more final touch of that 6,500 support in Bitcoin before finally rallying. Towards the middle to end of October, I think we'll really start the rally. But again, it's completely my opinion. So, anything could happen here. But basically what Novogratz is saying is he says that Bitcoin has, taken support around 6,000 in the last 3 months, and he says indicates signs that the bears have likely run dry. So he claims that since Bitcoin's hit 6,000 so much and bounced, that there's not much left for shorts, which I can see where he's coming from. But again, to say that's completely the bottom, may be a little arrogant right now. But again, it's anyone's guess. I mean, we have shown some good volume, and Bitcoin, is showing some good movement here, but it is overextended on the RSI and on a lot of indicators. So it could kind of have a retracement here and potentially fall back down if we don't have that strong volume to keep it rallying. So again, we'll have to see what happens with that. But Mike Novogratz is, an experienced trader. So it's his opinion can't be taken lightly. So again, we'll have to see what happens with that. And last but not least, there's some good news as the largest Brazilian brokerage to launch exchange for Bitcoin and Ethereum. It says the largest brokerage in Brazil will enter the crypto space by launching an exchange for Bitcoin and Ethereum in the near future, Bloomberg reported September 21st. Chief Executive Officer of Grupo XP told Bloomberg that the company will launch an exchange called XDEX in the coming months, with around 40 employees. Grupo XP is the biggest financial group in Brazil, comprising companies with various business models. XP has reportedly set a goal to have 1 trillion, which is 245 billion US dollars, under custody by 2020, which is 4 times what the company expects to raise by the end of this year. In addition, XP will launch a bank in the next few months. And the thing here it says is actually, they said, quoted, they must confess that they wish it was a theme that didn't exist, but it does, saying that they feel obligated to start advancing in the crypto market, noting that there's over 3 million Brazilians who have exposure to Bitcoin compared to only 600,000 that invest in the stock market. So again, even brokerages and large banks recognize that cryptocurrencies have become the interest of many people, and therefore they can't be ignored anymore. So again, a lot of these companies are forced to adopt cryptocurrencies, not because they want to, but because they see that the interest is there and they don't want to lose out on those profits and those customers. So I think this was a great article. Again, it just shows the expansion of cryptocurrencies and how we are getting closer to mainstream adoption. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.